All right. Welcome everybody. Sorry. Back again. Learning Laravel. I was on the cusp of trying to get this thing to work. I already have like tons of data, not tons, but I have some data for like users and posts, and I want it to show up. So I have the Laravel application here, my local host, but it's not running correctly because I was doing some changes to this, um, the app configuration. Well, first off, I need to run this again. And at this moment, I'm trying to figure out how to properly, um, I guess, properly show the different pages that might be available because in the resources directory, right? When you're in React, you have pages. And there's some within the pages directory, there's some that already have other folders, and then there's two that don't really have folders at all. So in the resolve method, at least with what I'm gathering, the resolve method is supposed to be able to retrieve a page based on the formatting that you provide. So, for example, if I click, let's see here, in the routes, let me actually go to the routes here. Is this the routes? It's not routes. Where's the routes? Let me go down. Okay, let's go to web. So, what this is basically saying is once you go just to the home page or the index page, it's going to pass in um, this this value, which is going to be the name. So when it goes into the app, it goes this name will show welcome. And then it's going to try to find the exact page that's going to map to that name, welcome, which it will find in the pages welcome.tsx. You see? So since it goes to page welcome, it's going to go to welcome.tsx. However, I just created a directory called post and it has something called index. So if I wanted to get the index of this post or to get the index here, I think I need to do something in the fact of trying to make sure it goes to the post slash index in order to get the index that TSX that I just created recently. You see what I'm saying? So that's where my head's at. Um, Now within the routes web, I have resource. What I gathered from resource, what it does is it allows you to like grab the post controller, which will have all the different CRUD operations. So it's like create, read, update, delete, and just attach it to the post. I guess to the post path. So if there's anything that has to do with create, it'll be like post slash create. If it's update, it'll be like slash post update. But I don't think that works within inertia. So I'm going to ask more questions within inertia in terms of just trying to figure out how to connect the resource a method into inertia in Laravel. How do you connect the route resource method to inertia? I'm pretty sure this is a question that has been asked before. Or is it called No, it's called route resource. To connect the route resource to inertia, you do not need to change how you write the routes in your web.php file. You handle connection inside the resource controller message uh, by returning inertia instead of traditional blade view calls. Now, the thing is, when I go to the controller, I think inertia is already within the post controller. Oh, I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. I just made that all up. So it's an empty controller. So maybe it is him hitting the endpoint, but since it's not rendering anything, uh, so for example, like I show you, I have posts. I have went into the welcome.tsx page or welcome.tsx. Yeah, I guess you can call it a page since it's a spa. And I have created this link for posts, right? But it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere at all. So if I click here, click on posts, it doesn't go anywhere. It just returns to the home page. I haven't really clicked register. Okay, so it actually goes to different pages. Um, I still trying to figure out how these methods work. Um, I know I can click here and look into it, and they have an head method for the what are these called? These are header methods, or technically like request methods. Um, you can get the get, the head. I forgot what head does actually, but at least within register, you have get head and you have home head. That's besides the point. Let's just try to go into the post page. But before we can even do that, I think I need to do set inertia. Hold on, I need to sneeze. Okay, sneeze. Hopefully that didn't go into the mic. So if I want to do index, I just need to do inertia render. I wonder if inertia actually has a helper function, you know? I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter if inertia has a facade. So let's just include this if it's not already included into in the post controller. It has, it's included. So we're just gonna do a return real quick here. I saw inertia dot render, oops, dot render, and I think I can do a closure here that will return uh posts with post to all, I guess. I think post all just get all the posts, right? Make sure we put a semicolon here. Oh, we have to have two parameters. One is supposed to be like the name. Now, I don't know if I need to put it in capital letters or capitalize them because what I'm gathering is what's going to happen is just like within the welcome. If you go back to routes, it just looks for welcome and it's lowercase. So I feel like it's going to be similar that it's going to look for users and index or posts and index, and they're supposed to be lowercase because my directory in my folder and my index is lowercase. So I'm assuming that's what's supposed to happen. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do two things. Apparently, it doesn't need to be in a function like this. So we're going to call this post index. I put a comma here, and yeah, and we're going to hit this and see what happens. So is this now going to transfer me to my post page? I guess we'll find out. Let's go to post. Let's see. Something's happening. Ooh, it's taking a long time. Error. Inertia not found. Ooh, maybe it's not inertia. What was it? Let me actually go back here. Use inertia. Maybe I called it incorrectly. Oh, intertia, intertia. Yeah, sometimes I mess it up. Okay, that's fine. Let's go. Let's do it again. Ooh, something happened. So that's good news. But it's giving me cannot read properties of undefined. So now we got to go to the post directory. I mean, not directory. We got to go to the post page of index. Um, and it's telling me post.data.map. Oh, there's nothing that has. Ooh, okay, undefined. Let me just put post here. I don't know if there's something called post.data. Let's see if we do it this way and then reload. And there you go. And there you go. So one thing I want to see is so it has the title, the edit, delete. I don't know if all this is supposed to. Yeah, this all this is supposed to be the title. I think I put too much within the title here, but that's fine. And you have an edit and delete, and I don't actually have an edit, the edit page or the delete page. Well, it's deleting is going to be action. Um, but yeah, it's actually working. Uh, and this goes to dashboard and the Laravel starter kit. And what is this? Because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't actually I didn't handwrite the index stuff. I actually got like this example code, so I'm not sure exactly where the layout is, what layout is it's using. Um, because it's clearly using a layout here. So I'm assuming going back into the app.tsx, I think it's using a home layout since I didn't um, connect it with anything. So if we go to the home layout, so I think there's something called layouts here. Yep, layouts. And I look into the home layout. I think all these layouts are the same actually, except there's like app layout, breadcrumbs, children. Um, there's different properties for auth layout. But app layout and home layout are the same. And they use all both using the app layout template. So let me look into this thing right here. So layouts, app, app, sidebar, a layout the TSX. So you have a sidebar, app content, sidebar header with breadcrumbs, um, which I'm still not really sure what all this is. But I do want to be able to go back to the home page, which is not letting me. But let's just do a quick CSS inspection on all these things. So they have sidebar, sidebar menu. Let me see if we can find a variant sidebar within this inspection. So I'm going to hit a control F here and put variant side bar? Oh, maybe I just need to put single quote. No? Hmm. So there's three different variants here. We have sidebar, data sidebar. Interesting. Sidebar menu. Hmm. So I wouldn't be surprised in app sidebar. It has all those types of variants like sidebar menu. Let's go to components real quick here. I'm just investigating, but this is a step forward technically. I wanted to at least be able to figure out. I wanted to create models, um, add some fake data to it, and then retrieve the data and let it show within the React page. So things are slowly starting to happen. It's just now I had to figure out like there's still some other things I need to get figure out in terms of uh, how to use the UI, uh, how to change certain things within UI, how to like change the different layouts, right, within the page. So there's still that I need to figure out, but other than that, like everything else seems pretty cool. All right, so let me just go to components here just to check the app sidebar because I think the children stuff is I think let me go up. I think this is supposed to be the breadcrumb section, and obviously this is a sidebar area. Um, so I wanna go app sidebar. Go to app sidebar here. App sidebar, and they are there. You go. You see repository and documentation, and you see these two links here with the icons present, and it has a link to the dashboard for sidebar menu button of the app logo. Okay, okay. Sidebar menu button. I don't really like the idea as Laravel starter kit. Uh, why is that there? How do I remove that? Dashboard, layout grid. Oh, main navigation items, dashboard layout grid. Layout grid is the icon that's being used. What is he calling layout grid from? And most importantly, oh wait. What is the app logo? What is app logo? Components app logo? Okay, there you go. So hitting both of them, whether it be Laravel starter kit or the dashboard, is going to take you to dashboard. Understood. Um. Okay. So what do I want to do with this now? I have all the posts present and accounted for. Um. All these posts are connected to users. There's 50 posts and there's 50 users, and the posts have been randomized in terms of I don't think every user has a post. I did a faker where I generated posts and I made sure that the users' IDs will be between 1 to 50. I think there's actually 51 users. So the 51st user is not going to be able to have anything. Maybe I think there's like 52 users. No, there's 50 users. There's 50 users. So I randomized it to a point where it's supposed to have it has to be somewhere between 1 to 50. So one of the users is going to have these posts. And I think the next thing I would want to do is to be able to print out the name of the user for each post. And then when I print out the name of the user for each post, it should be a hyperlink that I can click on that allows me to look at the user and see how many posts he or she has, you know? So that's probably going to be this will be the next step. So let's first, where should I go with this? I'm going to go back to the post controller. Well, first off, let me see what the data is for posts. So I'm going to do a console log just to see like what all the data is um, uh, I guess, compiled into the post. I don't call it a package. The post, I guess, variable property within. Wait a second. Where am I? Where am I? Let me do here. Let me go into index post. So you see post, and maybe it actually gets all this information. Maybe it only gets the ID, title, body, views, votes. But I also want to get user, or more specifically, the username. Um, the username. So what I'm going to do, well, first off, I just want to console.log something. And I would just put the posts, right? And I also want to, if it's going to happen where I'm going to get the username, I'm going to just call something user and give it a string, or maybe it'll be an object. I'm not sure yet. Um, at this moment, I definitely want to get the user. So we're going to reload this if need. Oh, I don't need to. So it gives the ID, title, updated at, created at, awesome. And I want to also be able to get the user information. So now I need to go to the post controller, which will be located here. And I want to include, I'm going to do a with. Now, I think I just get the user, right? Would this do anything or would this not work? Ooh, internal server error. Hmm. All right. I guess I'm going to ask this question in Laravel. How do you include relationships with the with keyword? Okay, I did it backward. With user get. And I don't know if I should capitalize it because there is a user model and there's a post model. Does it matter? Let's see. Let's check. All right, now let me just lowercase it. Hmm, that doesn't work either. Multiple relationships. Now, does it know? Okay, maybe I'm not using the with correctly because posts is supposed to have it's supposed to be a one-to-one relationship. Or there's many posts, I guess many to one. I'm sorry, because there's many posts that's going to be connected to one user. So maybe I got to go to the model first in order to make this work. Right. So I think I need to go to model, just to inform, hey, this this has many different blah 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 blah, right? Hmm. So let me see here. Has many comments. Find the first post in all the comments. Oh, all right. Cool, cool, cool. I think we're starting to figure stuff out. We're starting to figure stuff out. So at this moment, I just need to do the relationships properly in order to get all the posts, include the user to the post, and then I'll be able to eventually display the username or additional user information that's related to the person who created the post. But yeah, that's it for today. I'm in it right here.